guts, but I just don't know.
Well, we're here at the Boogaloo in North London with Bap Kennedy, who's over in the UK for a short tour. Thanks for taking the time out to talk to us, Bap.
Thanks for talking to me.
And the Boogaloo in Archway, I believe you've played here a few times before.
Yeah, this is like my spiritual home.
Really?
I used to play here a lot. I lived in London for 20 odd years.
Yeah.
And played here for about 4 or 5 years, quite frequently, and played for a lot of people who made it heard of as well. A few rock stars would drop in occasionally. Shane McGowan used to sit over there, and did quite a few gigs with him.
Yeah, this is known as the haunt of Shane McGowan's, isn't it?
He probably is the sort of patron saint of the Boogaloo, I'd say.
Yeah. Well, we kind of frequented Crouch End a lot, which is just down the hill there, so we know it. But the whole
reputation,
the whole kind of scene, really, musically in this area has changed to what it was. I mean, it used to be vibrant, didn't it? With lots of places. So it's nice that you've come back again to bring us some nice, rootsy music. And Bap's got this new album. The Sailor's Revenge, which I've got to say is absolutely superb. And tell us a little bit about the album, Bap.
Well, this is my fifth solo record, and it was produced by Mark Knopfler, who also plays on the record and sings it a bit as well. And it's the fruit of a couple of years of sort of thought about making this record. And we talked about making a record about 3 years ago, I think, even a bit longer than that. And the plan was at some point we would collaborate. I was on tour with him, and got to know him, and one day he suggested we should do something together, and there it is. So
it's nice that he suggested it, isn't it?
That's good. Yeah,
that makes a big difference.
Yeah.
So what's Mark Knopfler like to work with?
Well, he's great. He's a very good producer. He's a great musician, and I've made a lot of records over the years, and been in lots of situations, lots of studios. And that's Lou. And the art of being a good producer is really letting music happen, and letting things happen, putting together a good team of people, and stepping in only when necessary, when things are going off the wrong direction. And it's almost a bit of sort of magical job. You just sort of keep an atmosphere going, and you keep the thing on track.
Well, we get a lot of albums to review. In fact, we're inundated with albums to review, especially from Jim Soars, if he's around. It's got a natural sound. It doesn't sound overproduced. It's got that lovely natural feel to it. It's very, very, very relaxing.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah. And a particular song that I was very taken with was the song "Please Return to Jesus," which you sang during the
sound check.
Sound check, yeah. Yep. It's a great little song, that great little hook line. Yeah. Tell us about that one.
Well, Belfast and religion can be a bit of a tricky subject at the best of times. But it's just one of those songs where, apart from my background, where I come from and everything, it's a quite religious background. The whole environment, really. But it's also me thinking about, every once in a while you think about, what is there after this? Is there anything? And you still have all night talking about it when you're younger. But it was just one of those things, and I was in songwriting mode. And actually my manager Willie had just bought me this moleskin dairy to write lyrics in, and I opened it up, and the first thing I saw was "Please Return to," and I wrote Jesus.
Yeah.
Just without even thinking about it. Yeah. Just like a bit of, I was just having a bit of fun, and I thought, I like that, and it just stuck in my head. And when I was writing songs for the Sailor's Revenge, that was one of the songs that popped out.
Yeah, and that's a lovely song. It's a lovely sentiment as well, and I think it does actually speak to a lot of people's spiritual sentiments today. People aren't kind of overtly Christian or overtly religious, but at the back of the mind,
I think a lot of people have it somewhere in the back of your mind. People are wondering, and nobody ever talks about it. Not really.
Yeah. One of these songs on here is about the Chilean miners, I believe, isn't it? Which one's that?
Timmy Sanchez.
Yeah, tell us about that one.
Well, that was I was writing songs for the record, and you're always sort of your radars up for ideas. And I was watching the news, taking a break from writing, and watching the news and about the miners, and this guy's name popped out at me. Really, we talked about Jimmy Sanchez. He was 19. He was the youngest miner, and he had once they got through to them, they were trapped for 17 days before anybody was able to contact them. when I started to contact them, they found they were still alive. And one of the first things that came out of the mine was Timmy Sanchez had said he thought God had wanted him to stay in the mine until he changed. So I thought, it's an interesting sort of thought, you know.
Yeah.
And up above they had all the campfires burning. And they had all the statues and they had all the Our Lady and all the whole thing, and pictures of Jimmy Sanchez, and he looked like kind of a cool kid, you know, his baby. And his baby had just been married, I think, and he's just getting started, and he was stuck in this gold mine, a real gold mine. You know. So I thought, well, that's interesting. You know.
It was a miraculous moment when they all came.
And that's the thing about it too. You know, it was when it actually came good. It was like so unusual. But things like that to go well, you know. Yeah. We were all expecting, I'm sure, everybody expecting it to be some terrible tragedy.
The opening track on this, Shimna Vale, is a lovely, lovely gentle song. Tell us about that place.
Well, it's a place in County Down in Northern Ireland. It's a town called Newcastle, and in the midst of Newcastle there's a small neighbourhood called Shimna Vale. It's just like a couple of streets, and I was staying there a year ago, and I was staying with a family who they'd let me stay in the house for a few days, but they weren't there. And if you look out the window, you can see the mountains of Mourne out one window, and out the other mountains, sea over there, and this kind of very, very evocative place. And in the street, the top of the street says Shimna on a big sign. And I was looking around the house and the photographs and things on the walls of when they were a bit younger. The photographs seemed very, very new to me, but I knew that some of the people in the photographs, I knew they'd aged and things had changed, and it just struck me that life was such a time, so precious. And also in that time, people had left there to find work, maybe 100 years before or whatever, and I'd done the same thing. I'd left where I lived to find work, and all those ideas of time being so precious and going away to find something that may be an illusion somewhere else, and then wanting to come back to where you came from. Yeah. All those things. So I think that's what I tried to get at.
I haven't actually been to Ireland. From your description of some of the places in those songs, I'd love to go there.
That's good.
There seems to be a timelessness about the place,
Yeah. Well, there is. I've always felt that, I always felt there's something about Ireland. Obviously, Victor from Ireland.
You're actually living in Ireland?
Yeah, I moved back there.
And did you think you mentioned Belfast? Are you living?
I live outside Belfast in a place called Hollywood. With one L.
Oh, yeah.
And it's near the Belfast Lock where the Titanic was sort of shunted out, launched before it went off to its main voyage. So the water's there, and it leads out to the sea, and it's a very big stretch of water where the ferries come in and out. And it's a beautiful place to go for a walk, and I spent a lot of time up there when I moved back. And part of this record, a large part of it really, was conceived and thought about while I was walking up and down there.
And things are not too good in Ireland at the moment, from what we're hearing.
Well, in the south of Ireland, the sort of the economy's gone a bit up the walls, But sometimes times like that, more art is created. People are hungry for something.
Yeah, it's very true. I mean, art's created out of adversity a lot of the time, isn't it?
Adversity sometimes is probably all the time is a good thing for artistic endeavours.
Yeah. How long are you actually in the UK for now on this tour?
I'll be here until summer. It's a short hop.
Short tour, yeah?
Yeah, just a quick sort of get the touring muscles up.
And do you think you'll be back this year?
I think I will be, yeah. I should be back again.
It'd be nice to have a slightly longer tour, wouldn't it?
Yeah, we're just getting started. We've got some more gigs in hand when we go back, and then I think we're going to America in the summer.
So who have you got in the band to accompany you tonight?
I've been on tour with a trio with Brenda on bass and Gordy on guitar here. But this guy, Rob, he's a drummer that I play with a lot here. Yeah. So he's sitting in tonight.
Right. And who did you say was on bass?
Bap Kennedy, my wife.
Oh, your wife? Yeah. Because she's on the album, isn't she?
Yeah, she's on the album. And his brother James, the guitar player, he's on the record. I used to do a lot of gigs with James, and he's going to pop in later, I think, if he can make it.
And who have you got on guitar? It sounded very, very nice.
Gordon McAllister. He's a fantastic guitar player.
Beautiful mellow tones, especially on that Taylor guitar. Yeah.
Look, his ears are burning.
I think you've got a support act as well, haven't you?
Yeah, that's Jared over there.
Good, excellent. Well, great. Good luck with the tour. Thanks for a superb album, and hope to meet up again.
Thanks very much.
There's no escape from your heart. Time is marching on and all my plans are a memory. I am stranded here, but in my mind I can see Shimnavale, Shimnavale, where my poor shipwrecked heart longs to dwell. I was young and foolish then, how I long to return to Shimmerville. Now I'm looking for a better life, make a fortune, find a pretty wife, some who